November 2013.
So why Churn Milk Joan then?
Why?
As long as I can wear clothes, we're alright.
Oh God.
Saxophone, through a wah-wah and an octave pedal.
Oh yeah.
And it sounds...
bloody awful.
How do you find your way over to the UK then?
I got on an airplane.
It's a standing stone. It's about 7 foot high. If you reach up, you find there's some coins in it. What you're meant to do, you take some coins, before you check how much is in it, you take some coins and you give a donation and you take what's in there. So you might get lucky. Or you might find there's tuppence in there and you've just put a pound.
His nose, his head, his life. In a room, in a car. Walk a little further now. Look back where you are.
The legend where the names come from is that, you know, milkmaid turned to stone for dancing on a Sunday or one of these things, yes. Though it's more likely Joan is a corruption of jam, which is a standing stone. So that's not a very exciting story about it.
I prefer the milkmaid.
Yeah, the milkmaid one's a bit better. Yeah.
Yeah.
Richard and I had already communicated over the internet some years previously about creating music.
Yeah, and I sent him a track and he said, oh, it's crap.
So he fixed it for you?
Yes, or just ignored it.
Yeah.
And then sometime later Richard contacted me and said, guess what, I'm in Bolton. So I thought, he's stalking me now.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'll better move from Manchester. And I moved over here and Richard followed me. He followed me, yes, and he turned up. And we started recording.
I was dreaming on the back seat of a Joey Javelin, eating ice cream on the back seat of a Joey Javelin.
And yeah, as Richard probably already said, the way we record is totally improvising, totally just switching all the gear on, almost randomly switching and putting the tempo in the drum machines and getting everything, just getting all the equipment set up, getting all the processes in place, and then just hitting record and playing without any prior decisions about what the music's going to be like. The only decisions we use, Brian, you know, the Bleak strategy cards.
All the time, or?
Yeah, well, yes, we were using them yesterday.
For those who aren't aware, the Bleak strategy, it's a series of cards Brian Eno came up with that when you're stuck in the studio, pick a card at random and then take that suggestion.
Yes, it forces lateral thinking. It gives a suggestion which you may not actually follow that suggestion, but it might, when you're at a quandary, when you're thinking where can I go next, it may well sort of, oh yes, we'll do that.
So what was the last card you pulled then, just to give an example? And what's
repetition is a form of change.
That's what Brian told you?
Yes, he told me that. Yes.
And so what did you do with Brian's advice?
Kept on riffing on the same riff for a long time.
Did that work for you?
Yeah, it was great.
Good. Thanks, Brian.
What we did yesterday was actually film the process of us constructing a piece of music.
Mm-hmm.
And part of that was actually getting the cards out and choosing a few cards.
put somebody in a bleak landscape and they're gonna make beautiful music, and put somebody in a beautiful landscape and they're gonna make something else.
Come out and see the world. Come out and see the world. The world is waking up.
How important are titles?
Oh, they're extremely important. Yeah, they are a window into the creative process of the artiste.
But how much of a window?
Well, sometimes they're a great picture window, sometimes they're a broken window, sometimes they're an old window with just one piece of glass left in, and you've cut yourself on it. Ouch. Focusing on
Few people can sing and dance. Can you, Richard?
There's your answer.
Have you ever worn a beard of bees?
No.
Speed of editing. Us working well together because we both like to work quickly. We both like to get stuff done, lots of stuff recorded, bang in there, edit it, bang in there, put vocals on,
And
get
off
it
to
done
the pub.
quickly and off to the pub.
Yeah. Oh, first album I bought was Meet the Beatles.
Hey.
Yeah. Think about it for a second. Meet the Beatles, yeah. I saved up my money, and I always think I saved it up for about a year. So I was 10 years old, and I used to get a quarter for doing allowance, for doing stuff around the house. So they give me a quarter, that'd be my pay for the week. Yeah, so instead of buying candy, I saved it up and I bought Meet the Beatles.
Did you like it?
Oh yeah, I loved it. Yeah, to me it was a very magical record, that one was. So I would listen to it and it would transport me. It was magic. Go to England. But it was all black and white.
Hey.
Yeah.
What was the first gig you went to?
Kiss.
Churn Milk Joan. There is a lot of Yorkshire iconography, you could say.
Could say that, yeah. I can find really great music so quickly looking around. It's everywhere. So there's just no way to keep up with it.
So is that good or bad?
Well, I think it's good. I think it's really good.
I'm not convinced. I don't know. It worries me that there's just so much out there that you're never going to be able to hear everything. And
Now, how many albums have you put out this year?
oh Christ, no!
Yeah.
Since I moved to Calderdale like 2.5 years ago, I think I've put out 12, something like that.
12
yeah.
albums.
12 albums.
Okay.
Yeah. Richard's put out more than that because Richard puts out an album every couple of weeks, I think. But he probably can't remember either.
No, it's up to. See, I include the Churn Milk Joan stuff in my catalog, and it's.
What's your every right to?
It's up to 58.
Bloody hell!
Yeah. Ostensibly, I went to see Uriah Heep. Uriah Heep was warming up for Kiss, so that was what I said to everyone. I was going to see Uriah Heep because Kiss was not cool.
Uriah Heep weren't exactly
Cool.
No.
For some reason, my parents bought me a single when I was at junior school, which I probably still got, which was Shapes of Things by the Yardbirds. Fantastic.
Wow.
Top Jeff Beck doing Indian stuff through a fuzzbox.
So Churn Milk Joan?
live is certainly a possibility, and that would definitely not sound like the studio recordings. I think we would struggle to make, we wouldn't want to make it sound like the studio recordings. We could play just the two of us, but I'd like a drummer or a percussionist or whatever, a live percussion player.
Do you know one?
No?
Okay.
Still, I'd like it to be a small mobile unit.
Because if you want to play in Hebden Bridge, it'll have to be a small mobile.
It will have to be a small mobile. The way that I'm doing the Jumble Hole Cliffs stuff, that is so small and mobile. An amp, effects units, guitar, stick them in the back of the car, get out there and I can just play. And because that's all improvised, I don't have to learn a whole bunch of songs. It's great because it's all new to me, as well as being new to the audience. I'm thinking, wow, how did I do that? That's great, you know. And I'd like Churn Milk Joan performances to be like that as well. It would be spontaneous, and we'd be doing stuff, interacting in a live situation where there's an audience watching. You're going to have to be entertaining and bang and doing it, and it'd be great. It'd be fun. It would be. Yeah. I wouldn't want to do something that wouldn't work. No, I know.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Yes. I wouldn't want to disappoint an audience.
You wouldn't want to do a shit gig?
I wouldn't want to do a shit gig. That's exactly right, yes.
Richard? Audience of naked, middle-aged businessmen?
Oh,
yeah?
Yeah,
you're comfy.
Easy. Do you know I made about 12 different covers for the latest Churn Milk Joan?
And I thought they were all crap.
And yeah, he rejected them all.
Well, hey, we need to get things right. Oh, you use a load of titles as well. You went through a whole gamut of...
I really like Done Dishes.
Done Dishes? I really liked... half one then has started. Shit. Never mind.
So musically, there's quite a few different touch points for Churn Milk Joan each time, isn't there? Are they very spontaneously made albums? Is there much pre-planning?
There's absolutely no pre-planning. No. It's all improvised.
Okay.
I think improvisation is closer to the divine.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah. It's getting something out of your subconscious rather than a deliberate process.
Yeah, allowing it to come to you instead of... But I mean, songwriting itself is that way as well.
You're channeling something from somewhere, aren't you?
You are, yeah. But the thing about writing a song is that quite often it becomes contrived.
Improvisation could become contrived as well, though, because you could just keep running through that sequence of things that you know how to play, that you know, hey, I've just played this chord, I know that this other chord is going to sound good after it. So there's a danger that you could keep going through the motions, keep running through the same old things. How do you avoid that?
Running out of ideas. Yeah, you just try to push yourself.
How?
Say, I've done this before.
Mm-hmm.
And just consciously trying not to repeat yourself. That's really all you can do. I mean, there's no magic way to do that. You just...
There might be.
So what we do then is jam, and we'll probably jam all day and have, say, several hours worth of music. This is a bit like Can, really, isn't it? Then we go through the rhythm things and say, let's add some more stuff in, let's add some more instruments, and let's start doing the vocals. So again, Richard will probably listen to the tracks and then come back the next week with some vocal ideas, and then we'll just hit record and he'll sing stuff over it. and we'll play with the looper and loop vocals and things like that. Then we'll listen to that and say, well, this bit works, this bit doesn't work, whatever. And we're sort of constructing the song from these fragments. And then, like we've said before, but it's like sculpture, where we've made a great big monolith of sounds and vocals and stuff. And then we're cutting that away and think, where's the song in here? Where's the bits that are going to be the chorus, if you like? Where's the bits that's going to be the hooks and things like that? And that's basically how we work, and it works. It works very, because in an improvisation, you're going to play stuff out of your subconscious, if you like, that you're unlikely to do if we actually sat down and wrote a song. No, well, let's put these chords together, let's put this. But when you're actually doing it sort of on the spur of the moment, things come out. I mean, things come out that could be really, really boring, but other things come out. Oh, that's an interesting juxtaposition between, say, what Richard's doing and what I'm doing.
Coldplay, really crap.
That's a challenge.
That's a challenge, isn't it? All modern music's crap. We should go to your hives and sample bees. Sample them when they're making a lot of noise. Get the mics in there, get some actual... That sort of noise.
Yeah.
There's ambient noise for you, and that would be bloody great.
Are you comfortable that your
bees
bees being used, exploited in this way for music?
Exploited, yeah. Yeah. No, I wouldn't have any problem with that. You'd get bee shit all over your equipment.
If we did that, what songs would we cover? Out Demons Out by Edgar Broughton.
Have a cup of tea.
What's your favourite production technique? What sort of artificial landscapes do you like creating?
In sound.
Yes, not in the back garden.
I like to go into the bathtub. Yeah, with the bubbles. I don't know how to answer that kind of a question. It's all an artificial landscape. That's why I like recording. It's an art form in itself. To me, it's not really a representation of a live performance, although it can be. The interesting part of recording is the sound of it and what you can do in a recording studio that you can't do live. That's what makes it interesting.
And I think we could do it almost like glissando guitar or something. You could have this bed of bee humming sounds. Not treated, just straight. So it was bee, and then playing stuff over the top. I think that'd be really good.
Oh, they'd sting the piss out of you if you didn't do it right.
Oh, great.
If you didn't do it right?
Yeah.
So why Churn Milk Joan then?
Why?
Why?
Why the name or why the band?
Take your pick. Churn Milk Joan Rider. What's on it?
Marmite.
On its own? You can eat Marmite straight from the jar with your
Marmite
fingers.
and oat cakes. And cheese. Marmite? No, just Marmite and oat cakes, I think, yes. And cider and absinthe.
Absinthe.
And Richard could have, I don't know, whatever Americans have, Budweiser and, grits.
Budweiser and grits. Yeah.
Together in a bucket.
M&M's.
Yeah,
You'd want lots of
bucket,
M&M's, wouldn't you? Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah.
Did she see Buddha? Will you see Buddha? Buddha too. If I see Buddha, is that okay with you?
And the dog comes out, and we had the camera at kind of a low angle. The dog comes out and goes right in front of the camera, takes a shit. And it was like so perfectly timed. You ever driven a farm tractor, Colin?
I have never driven a farm tractor, no.
Really?
I've driven one of those quad bike things. Oh, I drove a three-wheeler one. It wasn't a quad bike.
Have you ever herded sheep?
Yes. You were there. You were there. You were there. That was on the towpath at Mythenroyd. You were there having drunk some brandy. You were standing there going, what the fuck's going on here? While I was herding sheep, yes.
Is that what I said?
Yeah, something on those lines. I won't do it again.